Alright, this is going to be a quick video for the MARSOC unit that I'm in, explaining guerrilla warfare and peeling tactics. So, in this example, let's say we're going up this road here, and our primary objective is the town of Lemuel. Let's say there are, we'll write it over here, let's say there's 30 tangos in Lemuel. My writing is horrible because I'm doing those with a mouse. This is not how bad my handwriting actually is, so please forgive me. Anyways, there's 30 tangos in Lemuel. Let's say there's 5 of us for simplicity reasons, right? So we're at 5. And let's say that we've all done our training and we're extremely expert and using everything that we've gone through to the full extent, including CQB, peeling, bounding, all that stuff, communications, sector security, some people. Um, so moving this way, the first best piece of cover that I can see is this sawmill here. So let's say we set up there, all 5 of us. And in ideal circumstances, let's say we get eyes on the tangos first. They don't see us. We're able to line up 5 shots, and we're able to take down 5 tangos before they can even fire a shot back at us. Ideally, again, not always perfect. So now we're at 25 tangos, assuming that we ideally killed all 5 of them. So now Lemuel's at 25. What's going to then happen is, the enemy has a brain. It's going to at least try to defend itself, and it's going to shoot back at us. As soon as we take those shots from Lemuel to the sawmill, we're then going to pull off target, and we're going to come around. And ideally, we would come around to a new position in which we could ambush. I don't know why that line just went straight. That's a cool feature that I never knew existed, but we're going to peel around like this and break contact behind cover into the forest here. Now, there's a line of sight block from Lemuel to our new position, which is roughly in there. Any smart commander or decent commander is probably going to send troops to push us out and flush us out if they think we're still there. So let's say, I don't know, for simplicity purposes, let's say they send 5, alright? So now Lemuel no longer has 25 people, it's now down to 20 people. We're still at 5, because ideally we're professionals, we don't take hits. And we're sitting in this forest here. And now what we can do is when those 5 guys get here, if we don't have booby traps already set up, because we're expecting them to move here, we're going to fire on our last position and take out all 5 of those guys. Boom, they're gone. So now that number that was reduced down to 20 here is going to stay reduced down to 20 here because they all died out here. Guerrilla warfare, you can then loot those bodies if you need to and get comms, do whatever you need to do to further sabotage this, but as Marine Raiders, we're going to knock this out and not take our time. So we're not going to go loot bodies and do all that crap. We're not desperate for ammo or anything like that. Moving forward, they now don't know where we are at Lemuel. There's no one left at Sawmill. We're going to reposition for an attack position. So let's say we peel back even more and we go up to this building here. Hopefully, ideally, this building has windows and now there's 5 of us here, right? And the cycle continues. You line up your shot on 5 dudes that are for some reason exposed because they're set up defending this direction, not this direction. And let's say conveniently we take out another 5. Now we're at 15 tangos. So we eliminated a third in one move and some waiting time at this position where I just marked there that I just filled in the blue circle. And then in our second move, we have now knocked them down to a half of their forces. All right. Any smart commanding officer, once they lose half of their forces, they're not going to make any maneuvers. They're likely not going to send 5 more dudes out there. What they are going to do is they're going to return fire, and we're going to then have to break contact and peel again. And we'll move around through the forest into a new position. And maybe this spot here is more convenient for us. Assuming we don't have any contacts up here on the X that I just drew at the top, we can wait and watch because there's a visual line blocker right there, and see if they send any tangos, but they might not send any tangos. So we're going to continue moving, and let's say we don't see anything. Alright, and then all 5 of us are going to be staged up here. Maybe we hit another couple dudes. Maybe they're down to 12 now instead of 15. And you're just going to keep doing the whole shebang. Set up here, shoot from here, set up here, shoot from here. Whatever you got to do. Now down here, this line is a draw. You're at a disadvantage. Moving to a draw because this going from the bottom of this arrow that I'm drawing now to the top of it is going from downhill to uphill. You don't want to fight in that position. However, you can use that to insert into the town. So you can sneak up like from here to the bottom of the arrow and go into the town from there. And let's say during this move that I just put an X on, let's say we took out 4 dudes. Now we're at 8. And look, we started with 5 and now we're almost at a force on force of 8. That's 3 more guys than what we have. That is the peeling technique on assaulting a larger number of tangos. You always peel as soon as you start taking contact. You whittle them down until there's nothing left, and then you move in for the final kill. If you have air support or artillery support, and you know there's no civilians or no sensitive information that we need to collect from this objective, you can bombard and wipe down the enemy before you ever have to make a move into the town. But this is just an explanation of the process on how to do all that stuff. If anyone has any questions that's in the unit, you can feel free to message me. Y'all know who I am. Catch y'all later.